same as killing a police officer, so I think he deserved what he got.
He was much more than a dog to his partner, Canton police officer Ryan Davis. I spoke briefly with him by phone. He didn't want to be interviewed, but he told me he's beginning to heal after his partner, Jeffro, was shot and killed. On his Facebook page, Officer Davis thanked everyone for their support and wrote, "I am hopeful this will allow some closure. I've been torn with anger and vengeance on my human side and struggling with forgiveness through my faith." He was in the courtroom today when Kalante Bearfield pleaded guilty, when the sentence came down, and when Bearfield was given decades behind bars. Not everyone in Canton agrees.
I think it's ludicrous. I think that people's lives should matter, and he killed a dog. I mean, he should have got some type of punishment, but 34 years in prison, away from his family, his life, everything, I think that's a little bit absurd. I don't think that the crime fits the punishment.
Don Johnson was a bit shocked to hear that Bearfield will spend 34 years in prison for gunning down K-9 officer Jethro during a burglary, for which he also pleaded guilty.
Wow. For killing a police dog? That seems a little harsh. I don't know. 34 years? Wow. Wow, that's hard to believe.
But when I asked Kenny Lawrence his opinion, there was no hesitation.
Good. Good. Just like killing a police officer. And, you know, anybody that does the crime should do the time. If more people did the time, maybe there'd be a lot less crime around.
Harry Boomer, Cleveland 19.
Why can't you call your dog off? Why can't you call him off? Why is he still ripping his arm? I'm comfortable. You have no control of your dog whatsoever. I'm comfortable. Are you kidding me? I'm comfortable.
You guys got 3 guys versus 1. You can't get the dog off?
Hey, get back now, right now. Get back. You have no control of your dog whatsoever.
Hey, shut up and get back.
Excuse me, sir.
Dog's more well trained than that one.
Yeah.
I would have trained that dog. If I would have trained him, he would have been good.
They say take a bite out of crime, but this is about taking a bite out of a crime fighter.
The dog went for my upper thing up here, and I ain't never been bit by a dog or nothing, so I bit the dog on the ear.
22-year-old Travis Glaspie has some bite marks, all right, but the dogs look worse. This isn't just a man bites dog story. It's a man bites police dog as police dog bites man. Wilmington, North Carolina officers and police dog Max were chasing Glaspie, a convicted felon wanted for shooting a firearm into an occupied car. Max got Glaspie by the leg while the suspect tried to get the dog off.
He was actually poking at his eyes.
I was terrified. When the dog came up here on me, I just bit the closest thing. I just bit the dog, and that's what got him off me.
Did the dog yelp when the guy bit him?
Of course, yes, he did.
The bite on Max's ear required stitches.
Max was bleeding pretty bad. I was covered in Max's blood, and I didn't know ears bled that much.
Lest you think man bites dog only in movies like The World According to Garp, we've even heard of woman bites dog when this woman was being attacked by a Rottweiler. And this man says he bit his neighbor's growling dog after it messed with him and his dogs for years.
I was intoxicated, plus I'm manic depressive. I haven't been on my lithium and I had a mood swing. Yeah, mood swings.
There were swings of a different sort during Glaspie's arrest.
So he pulled the dog off me and punched me again, like, boom, boom.
Did you hit him twice?
I did hit him twice. When he was poking the dog's eyes out, and also when he was chewing on his, or biting on his ear, I did.
Glaspie admits biting the dog wasn't exactly a smart move. On the other hand,
I got the dog off me. So evidently I must have did something right, because I could have been killed.
Max, by the way, is doing fine. It was his first bite, dog or human. After only 10 months on canine duty, he's already looking a little dog-eared.
Morning, sir. How are you? I see a business name on your excavator here. Are you running a business?
Why?
Are you doing work right now?
Yep.
Where are you headed to, if I might ask?
Dorchester.
And the reason I ask this is I don't see a name or a USDOT number displayed on your truck.
State trooper told me I don't need one.
You would, sir.
I'm not for hire.
Well, whether you're for hire or not, you're still considered a commercial motor vehicle. As long as you make a buck, you own a business, and you're going to a job site, you're considered a commercial motor vehicle.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, you have to obtain your USDOT number. That's first off.
I'm not going to do that.
And then,
I got to get going.
Well, you're going to have to wait until we're done with the inspection.
I'm not going to wait either.
Well, you'll have to.
No, I don't have to.
Yes, sir, you
Don't tell me, hey, I have to.
No.
I'll get in that truck and leave.
Well, that's fine, but then I'm going to have to arrest you.
Go ahead.
You're staying here, sir. You're not leaving.
I'm leaving.
No, you're not.
I got work to do.
No, we're going to go through this inspection. You need to settle down. That's fine. You're going to be placed under arrest.
70 West on Pine Road.
You're on Pine now.
2164, you're covered.
Charlie 3551.
Charlie 35 now.
Shut! There's somebody inside. I'm on.
331 Alpha, Charlie 37 Alpha, 96.
96. I'm on.
You said you got a dog that was shot?
10-4. 3 pit bulls just charged at me. I had to shoot them.
Alright, 10-4.
And the residents are back inside.
You said the residents are inside?
10-4.
Are you the homeowner?
you the homeowner? They charged me, ma'am. I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
Are you the homeowner? I called my sister. It was my fault. I called my sister. Ma'am, can you put the scissors down? Huh? Can you drop the scissors for us? Are you the homeowner? I thought some firecrackers have gone off and messed up his face. So is he going to be okay?
I don't know, ma'am. Come over here for me, ma'am.
You need to call my sister right now. It's not my house.
Okay.
She was supposed to call you guys. I got into the
All right. Just come over here for me, ma'am. Yeah. County 331 Alpha. Can we get Animal Services 51? They charged me and backed me in the corner, man.
Both of them? You shot
3 of them.
You shot all 3?
I don't know if I shot 3 of them. I think I got 2. They all charged me into a corner, ma'am. I really didn't want to do that. I'm sorry.
My sister didn't call me back, and they were supposed to call you guys.
What? Okay. Okay. Can you get in contact?
I need to call
Okay.
her.
Where are the dogs right now?
I don't know. Oh my God.
Fuck, you can't tell both of them was on? I thought only one of them was on.
What? What are you talking about? They got in an argument with what? I don't know, he left something on. The stove? Yeah. You rent the alley.
Oh, he went the dogs in.
They're clearing it. He's still blasting me. He's like, they're gonna go. They let the dogs in?
They took a dog in.
I don't think there's no one else in there.
Yeah, but they always check.
They gotta get the other guy down.
I just
Look at that good. It's huge. Like, is this recording? Is that
Look at it.
That's what I'm playing, like something to explode.
I'm waiting for something.
I can't hear shit because.
Yeah.
Preach on.
He's gonna go to the house.
This guy got
Oh shit, this nigga crazy.
Look at that, they're staring at us. They're still staring at him too. This is difficult. Like they're still staring at him. Oh, look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy with this. Oh, he lives there, okay. Let the dog on. Like it's recording up there. Like they're looking at him.
He's giving a bravo. I'd hate to be an officer right now.
No, they're talking.
Why ain't there no black cops?
Here? Oh, he's gonna get him. He's gonna get him.
Oh shit, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
He's gonna throw his ass in the car.
He got
The
the
dog there. Watch how he don't bite it that way.
You heard what he said? He said, why is there no black cops?
Hey, you better, if you're the shooter, you better ain't right because I want to get shot.
They gotta change the ratchet to get chased. Like they gotta get him. You better not get in your car. You better not get in your car. You better not get in your car. You better run in your car. He's gonna chase him. Oh shit, he's coming up.
Oh, he's gonna knuckle up.
He's gonna throw him down the sled.
Yeah. What is he doing?
Look at he just went to the ground. He's gonna throw that to the ground.
Oh, he just got handcuffed like that. He can't even care. I like the dog. The dog wants to. Oh, imagine the dog comes out. Like the dog is walking. I'll let the dog out. I'll let the dog out.
Oh shit, the dog.
Yeah, the dog. Like he's trying to jump out too. Look. Let it jump out.
Oh shit.
Hey, watch it. Watch it, watch it. Yeah, that dog. Yeah, that dog is smart.
Get back, dude, get back. He's gonna miss. Shot.
Shot the dog. Man, he was a ghost. That cops up.
Disturbing story tonight out of Hawthorne. Police officers shot a man's dog to death. It was caught on video. Eyewitness News reporter John Hartung spoke with that dog's heartbroken owner and got a response from the police department as well. He joins us now live in Hawthorne. John.
Well, Mark, the Hawthorne Police Department here behind me was inundated today with angry emails, hundreds of them, by people who were very upset with the way and the manner that this dog was shot and killed by an officer. Now, this video went viral on YouTube last night, and I have to warn you, it is disturbing.
I said, don't shoot him, Max, get back.
Leon Rosby relives the pain this evening, watching his dog's final moments before it was shot by Hawthorne police.
They took a member of my family. They took a member of my family.
Hawthorne police responded to an armed robbery yesterday on 137th Street, where an hour and 45-minute standoff ensued. Investigators say Rosby was interfering by blaring music from his car and walking within close proximity of armed officers. After putting his 2-year-old Rottweiler Max in the car, 2 officers approached Rosby and handcuffed him. Moments later, Max jumped from the car and came to his owner's aid.
I said, no, Max, no, stop. And then I came out and I said, please don't kill my dog. Please don't kill my dog. Just having convulsions. He's in pain. But he hollered out and tried to look back at me. He tried to look back at me to know, see if I was okay. I'm a grown man. I'm 52 years old. I never thought I would ever get attached to a dog like that, man.
Hawthorne police wouldn't talk on camera. They say they are truly sensitive to the loss of the dog, but officers feared that Max would bite them. There are many neighbors, including children, who witnessed the shooting.
I started screaming because, now I'm traumatized. I never saw someone get shot or get killed or see anything get killed like that. I'm, seriously, traumatized because I can't believe they did that.
It could have been me. It could have been me laying in the street because they tried to say I was resisting. And my dog knew I wasn't. He died for me because he didn't want me to get killed.
The Hawthorne Police Department says it is investigating this incident, but Leon Rosby there thinks that the department might have it in for him because he sued the department back in March, claiming civil rights violations, false imprisonment, and battery. That's stemming from an incident that happened last summer.
You speak Spanish? A little bit, not enough. I could call him back, but he might be facing us, so... We got a little Spanish right here, so go for it. Señor, ¿vas arriba? Venga aquí. Venga aquí.
That's not him, dude. It's not a black man with a black shirt.
Venga aquí. All right. Turn him face away. Thank you. Got me covered? All right. Más arriba. Okay. ¿Hablas inglés? Poquito. All right. Okay. Somebody stole some stuff right over here, and you guys want to go up and clear the car? Somebody stole some stuff over here, and they said that they were gonna rob the place, and so they thought that you were part of that. Okay, so get back here. Come back over here. So you're okay. You just relax. They thought that you were involved in a robbery. No. Robbery, yeah. You don't look like the person, so it's okay now, okay? You saw him walk over that way?
Yeah, they started the Impala.
Okay, so you got him in the Impala?
Yeah. Okay. My baby. I got my baby.
Okay, all right.
This is on the dog on the truck.
Hey, there's an infant in that car. There's an infant in that car. Check on the baby now. You okay? We don't speak English here. Hold on. Okay, that's all right. Okay. You saw the guy leave? Okay. Yeah, good. I'm glad he didn't hurt her. Okay, baby. God damn it. I'll make sure. I don't know if it's... Yeah. Hey, Sarge? The big seat. Obviously, he's not connected to this. You okay to come up? Who's that? No, no connection. You saw the guy leave. You got no power and left. All right. Nice supervisor, all right? Yeah, he speaks a little bit of English.
Because it's a robbery and the guy had a gun.
Doggy. Stop it. Stop it. South 17, shots fired, shots fired. Hey, it's your hands, man.
Did you shoot my dog?
He just attacked me.
You shot my dog?
He's attacking me. Step out, man. Let me see your hands. You got an alarm system in your house?
Yeah.
You push the panic alarm?
No, I sat on the keys. I already
sat on the
keys?
keys?
And told them.
Well, we came here for a panic alarm and your dog came at me.
Jesus Christ. Fucking stranger in my house. What do you expect he's going to do?
Well, I'm here for a call, so...
I look for him every morning when I walk out.
A world record-holding powerlifter and certified firefighter, Gary Miller is a true strongman, but even he can't hold back tears when it comes to his dog, Blue. On April 10th, a Nye County Sheriff's deputy went to Gary Miller's Pahrump home after his security company reported multiple panic alarms. As he walks toward the door, Blue begins to bark from behind the house.
Oh, don't be mean. Don't be vicious. Oh, don't do it, doggy. Don't do it, doggy. Stop it. Stop it. South 17, shots fired, shots fired.
12 seconds from the first bark to the first gunshot as Gary is on his way to answer the door.
Hey, it's your hands, man.
Did you shoot my dog?
He just attacked me.
You shot my dog?
He's attacking me.
Nevada Voters for Animals.
But he's running up. He's not even doing it in an aggressive running manner. He's jogging up to the front.
To death.
Making matters worse, the silent signal sent from Gary's key fob turned out to be false alarms. He had accidentally sat on the remote.
But no one knew that.
No, he tells us that the alarm company notified the sheriff's office that it was a false alarm.
I checked that. There was no record.
The alarm company has a record. This activity report from Pahrump Central Security shows a call to the sheriff's office where they notified a dispatcher named Ashley about the false alarms. Contact 13 confirmed, as their notes say, that she advised the deputy was still en route and would be updated.
And he said...
When we started asking those questions, things took a strange twist. What we uncovered sparked a new internal affairs investigation. We'll have that and more when our story continues Monday.
Oh, don't do it, doggy. Don't do it, doggy. Stop it. Stop it.
A disturbing scene caught on a Nye County deputy's body camera. He shoots and kills a beloved family pet. Now that shooting is sparking an internal investigation, but Contact 13 uncovered more disturbing details that even the police didn't know about until Chief Investigator Darcy Spears got on the case.
Good boy. Roll.
That cell phone video is how Gary Miller prefers to remember his dog, Blue, but it's this footage that will always haunt him.
Oh, don't be mean. Don't be vicious. Oh, don't do it, doggy. Don't do it, doggy. Stop it. Stop it.
Responding to what turned out to be false panic alarms at Gary's Pahrump home, Nye County Sheriff's Deputy John Toll killed Blue in the 12 seconds it took Gary to answer the door.
You don't go to lethal force from seeing an animal to shooting an animal, okay? That's just totally unacceptable.
A detective was sent out to question the deputy's actions.
Charge it. Huh? Charge it. Oh, yeah. He's like coming full on at me, growling and snarling and down there trying to attack me.
After a series of Contact 13 stories on police killing pets, a state law was passed in 2015. It requires specialized training to help officers differentiate between aggressive and non-threatening dog behaviors and the use of non-lethal force like a taser, pepper spray, baton, or even voice commands.
What about the use of less than lethal force?
Yes. He'd been through that training, but it was only a 6-hour block.
Don't do it, doggy.
After the incident with Blue, she put him through more hands-on training with dogs.
So now he knows how to handle that situation.
You shot my dog?
He's attacking me.
Contact 13 learned the mishandling of Gary's dog didn't end when Blue died.
This photo of Blue holding a toy in his mouth is just about all Gary has left of his pet. That and this container of ashes. He says the dog was cremated without his knowledge or permission. He wasn't even given a chance to claim the body.
Nye County Animal Control says a shelter worker failed to put a hold tag on Blue's body, so he was sent to cremation while the internal affairs investigation was still ongoing. An animal control officer later delivered this container to Gary, but Contact 13 discovered the ashes are not his dog.
The idea of presenting me with something that's not real is totally insulting. It's ridiculous. I have absolutely nothing to remember Blue at all.
Our discovery prompted the sheriff's office to open a new internal investigation and place an animal control officer on administrative leave, but animal advocate Gina Grayson believes much more needs to be done.
Is this what people want? Is this what people expect when they are calling for help, is to have their family, their four-legged family members murdered right in front of them?
Listen in to when Deputy Toll learns he'll have to fill out a use of force report.
Man, maybe I'll get time off now. So I can't deal with dog lovers. I think it's a dog. It did its job. It was protecting your house. I understand that, but it is what it is.
No matter what they do, I can't bring Blue back. But I'm not settling for this. This man is totally irresponsible. He's a liability to the community and to the county.
Gary hired an attorney and plans to sue the deputy and the department for his dog's death. We will be closely following that case and the ongoing investigation into where those ashes came from.
What's good, fam? This is Mr. Sycamore, and I want to welcome you to my channel. I'm glad you took time out of your busy schedule or out of your, out of your relaxing day, regardless of what it was. I'm glad that you took time out of your day to add me to your schedule. Now this video, you all saw it. I did start it off with viewer discretion. This is a compilation. It was a compilation of how a civilian started off with a civilian, a black man, who got 45 years for killing a canine officer. Now, this isn't a new story, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. But me and some other people had gotten some conversations about this, and I decided, you know what? It's too much to me. It was too many people on the side of the officers when it came to this discussion. Now, I understand that this canine may be considered an officer. But realistically, that canine doesn't get what a human being, a human officer gets. That dog doesn't own a home or is buying a home. That dog doesn't get money payout. That dog doesn't know what money is. You can't say, oh, I feed him. Heck, y'all get fed, officers. Now, I have family members that are officers. I respect the law, whether it be people's property, whether it be the people, whether it be officers. Any type of law enforcement, I respect them. I'm not a disrespectful person in any fashion. If I disrespect people, I apologize. But to say, and I saw a lot of comments from people, no one that I talked to said this, but I saw a lot of comments from people saying that all of these people who got attacked by these dogs, by these police canines, these canine officers, the law was in the right. The people deserved those dogs being on them. Now, as you can see from a couple of the videos, the law was most definitely in the wrong. Matter of fact, every video that I put here, the law was most definitely in the wrong. The video where the black man was found guilty, actually wasn't found guilty, he pleaded guilty. And what he got for a plea deal was 45 years. He could have possibly got more than 50 for killing a canine officer. I know y'all get tired of doing that for those of you who are on the side of the law, but I'm only doing it for these cases, not for an overall spectrum. These cases that I presented you with the videos. Now, the black guy who was in cuffs on the ground, the dog is biting his wrist off. What is this guy going to do on the ground, face down, in cuffs? And these officers don't have a certain signal to make the dog release? So to me, either they're not trained, or the dog is not trained, or none of them are trained. Ill-advised to allow this dog to maul a man who's on the ground, face down, in cuffs. Yeah, the guy who pulled off in his truck, who was doing work, said he had to go to work. He was out of line. If it was me, like I told you, I respect the law, I abide the law. We would have just stayed there until we came to some kind of conclusion, even if I was in the right. I'm not going to put any charges on me by pulling off when the officer tells me that I can't. I'm not going to do that. So, to me, that guy was in the wrong. But you all may get upset about this, but you know facts. If that would have been a black man, when he attempted to go in his vehicle to leave the scene, he would have been tackled. He wouldn't even made it in that vehicle had it been a black man. Okay, even if he would have been able to get in the vehicle and leave like this man did, there was no reason for all of those cop cars, and they kill me with that when 1 million cop cars come to 1 or 2 people, and it only turns to more frustration and worration and violence at that point. I know of an incident where, I can tell you of an incident where I was coming down I-75 in Florida, and I got pulled by one state trooper, and the next thing I know, I got 4 state troopers behind me. I'm being harassed. I should have took it further, but I didn't. I let it go. But it didn't take all of that. The story when he finally stopped, you got 5, 6 officers there with this one old man. Yeah, he might have added another thing to his reason of being arrested. But you got all of these men, 5 or 6 men at least, for this one old man. He's not restraining, he's not resisting. 2, if not 1, 2 or 3 of you could have restrained this man. But he wasn't resisting until you all got to where the dog jumping around, oh happy-go-lucky. Why was that dog even taken out of the vehicle? Okay, Mr. Sycamore, how many times have you trained a dog? How many times have you been an officer to know that the dog wasn't supposed to get out? Okay, if the dog was supposed to get out, why wasn't he on a chain or a leash? Why wasn't he restrained? That dog wasn't needed. And then when this old man is going down, the dog decides to join in and bites the man on the head. And I see people who come in saying that the man deserved it. It wouldn't have never happened if he wouldn't have never left. Possibly. But that dog should have never been biting that man on his head. Poor training of the officers, once again, or poor training of the dog, or both. Now, I read that they were saying that officer was getting proper training or more training on the dog, on that situation. And I'm going to just bring this in here and I'm going to slide right on back out with it. But where's the training for killing black people? Not putting the dogs on them. For killing black people because you're afraid or you're threatened in a field where there's always something going on. If you're scared, that is the wrong profession for you. Back to the dogs. Another story where a man had his dog on the leash. He's standing there filming. I see people who comment saying he should have went on about his business. He shouldn't have stopped him and filming the cops. It's not against the law to film the cops. And if you watch the video, he wasn't the only one filming. I don't care what his past might have been. Bring it up if you like. Everyone on public property is allowed to stop and do whatever they want within the grounds and the means of the law. And he was not breaking the law. He was from a distance from the cops. When they told him to leave and he decided to leave because he wasn't doing anything wrong, he put his dog in the car. Went, put his arms in a position to be handcuffed when he hadn't done anything wrong. And his canine, his family member, since those canines for the cops is an officer, his canine, which is a family friend, even if you want to call it his pet, it's a family friend, it's a family member, jumped out to protect his father, his owner. Oh, we'll just kill it. It ain't nothing. It's just a dog. The officers who had, you all saw the video, and I know I keep bringing this stuff up, but you all saw the video where cops rolled up on this Hispanic guy, and one has his gun out because there's been a theft, there's been a robbery, a burglary, or what have you, and he's out with his gun out, and when his partner or the other officer that's on the scene says to him, it's not him, he's not a black guy and in a black shirt. Now anybody with any kind of good vision can tell that the Hispanic guy was not black. If he was black, he wasn't in a black shirt. Your officer that's there with you tells you it's not him. Now, when you find out and you come to the conclusion for yourself that this isn't the guy, you still want to detain him? You still want to question him? Out of line. Poor training. Gun on this guy. Now, when other cops come up, and you already say it's under control, it wasn't him, oh, you're in the clear now. The other cops run up, shake the dog a little, you saw it, raise him up, let him go, and this is all still on the Hispanic guy. No, hold the dog, walk up if necessary, since guns are out. No, walk up to see if anyone is in the truck. No, Let the dog go and run up there. Now, if the dog would have gotten shot or hurt, then whoever was in that truck would have been in the wrong. But the dog runs in, the canine cop officer runs into the SUV, and I don't know if it bit the little girl or not. I don't know. But it ran up in there with the intent, oh, there's a child in there. Get the dog. This is after the fact. The dog could have done so much more than what it did, even if it was only frightened the child. That shouldn't have happened. Poor training on the dog, poor training on the law enforcement, or both. Now, they're lucky the guy didn't go into father mode irately. And I'm glad he didn't. Because we all know what the results would have been. All because of improper knowledge by these, and uncaring for others by these officers. Once again, Mr. Sycamore has nothing against all police. Only the ones who are dirty and do wrong. And that's with anybody in any profession. If you're going to do people wrong, you don't need to be there. Now, the last video, and I saved it for last, of improper training, where the officer wants to go to a person's house, go in a caged yard, caged property, without calling in. Even he said himself, you don't call in and let them know I'm here. Wait on them. What if you would have run up there and got shot and ain't nobody there to help you? Improper training. You see the dog and you speak out, and y'all saw the video. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it, doggy. And the dog, and any of you all with sense and sympathy see that dog, yeah, he was running up there, but he was not charging. Dogs do that. Would he have bit the man? I don't know. But in the case of you seeing him run up, that was not a charge. But, oh, nobody else is there. And he's going to say to cover his butt, as he did. He was charging me. You don't charge me, man. I'm coming down here for a call. Your dog shouldn't have charged me. Like, he's not in the wrong already, coming in the gate without any kind of letting people know. And then he wants to get at the man, like, where are you going? Let me see your ID. Wait a minute. I'm home. I'm the criminal now? Because you're frustrated, your mind going, you're trying to think of a lie to get out of, you just killed my dog? And you all saw it was typed out. For those of you who couldn't understand it. It was typed out. He jokes about the situation and says he can't stand dog owners. He joked about, oh, I have to ride, maybe I can get some time off now. Ha ha ha. Yeah, the time off should have been off the force and into somebody's jail. You shot a man's dog on his property for nothing, laugh about it, joke about it, say it's just a dog. You all didn't see, I don't think, in that video of him saying, "Oh, for a dog? I have to do all that for a dog?" Now I have the entire video that I also posted for all of you who want to see it. You just see full videos what it's gonna say. Man kills dog on owner's property. Full video, I think is what I named it. But you'll see it have full video of the man shooting the dog. You see these cops shooting these people, dogs ill-advised. One cop killed a lady's dog in one of the videos because the lady left her door open, and he comes to tell her, "Oh, ma'am, you left your door open." Now, wasn't that kind and courteous of him? The dog comes to the door, and as the dog's running to the door, coming out, he shoots the dog right there in front of the woman and her child. Shoots their family member. And it's okay, because I'm a cop. That dog was trying to get to me and bite me so I could kill it. But the guy in the beginning who got the 45 years couldn't kill a dog that's attacking him because it's an officer. The guy on one of the videos who bit the dog's ear, he can't bite the dog back because the dog's an officer. How many human officers do you know run up on people, and when they get the cuffs on or whatever, they bite them and maul them? They're not, because that's not what you're supposed to do. Now, if you want to have a dog to sniff a vehicle, to find drugs or what have you, do that. But having these dogs attack people, that's inhumane. That's unjust. And then when you can't get them off, and then when you come up and collaborate these lies, the people who said the dog shouldn't have run to the door when the cop was there, when the lady was at her own house at her door. People, please. Children run to the door when neighbors or whoever come knock on the door because they nosy. That was a dog, it's his house, he's friendly, he's probably come. I have neighbors who dog run up on you, especially if they're young dogs, happy-go-lucky dogs. I had a dog run up on me and lick me on my forehead one day when I was laying on the ground. Upset me some kind of righteous, but I didn't get all violent with it. Wanted to throw him in the water because we were at a lake, but I didn't do it. You have to have some kind of restraint. You got to know when these dogs are being vicious. And you have to make yourself known and make them aware of, I'm coming in your fenced off property. People, these officers, regardless of what y'all say, have to get better training. Not just with these canines, but with people, period. I'm not going to say just black people because we know. But if you're afraid on your job, especially on the life or death job in certain situations, you don't need to be there. If I was afraid of heights, I would not be building skyscrapers and be one of the people that's up there building a skyscraper. If I was afraid of heights, I wouldn't be one of the people who's on a rope cleaning windows on the skyscraper. I wouldn't be able to perform my job properly. Be scared I'm going to fall and die. Get your proper training. Have these dogs for sniffing out drugs or whatever, not to attack people. Make the curve a circle. Whatever happens to them, happens to me. Whatever happens to me, happens to them. Don't just make it to where, a civilian killed this canine officer, so he's going to jail, especially for outrageous 34, 45 years. But you kill my family member, and it's just a dog. That's not right, people. That's all I have to say about that. This is a long video, I know, but I just had to put this compilation together, the video, so you all could see it and just see right from wrong. And I know a lot of you all do. And I know a lot of you all going to say, well, still, a lot of those people deserved it. You just got wit from me. and you all have wit, and that's just what it is. I want to thank you for watching my video. Like, share, comment if need be, and if you hadn't done it already, hit that subscribe button. Until my next video, I'm out.